just about ready to get started. Hi, hello. Gideon here, redeemed chocolate, thank goodness. Um, Hopefully everyone is doing okay today. And also, dark chocolate is goated. I will die on this hill. I love dark chocolate. Um, so yeah, happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, right? Or is it Tuesday? It's Wednesday. But happy Wednesday. Hopefully everyone is doing a-okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for my water. Okay. Just a little bit of emotes as a or not emotes. Oh, hey, Deceptive. Hello, Maple. Long time no siege. How have you been? Also, hello, hello, Sparks. Hello, Sheeny. Hello, Gideoneer. Hello, Mobile Armor. Hello, Wolf with Sword. Hello, Dropped Frame. Good to see you. Hello, Gideoneer again. Straight Crow's here. Alex is here. Maple's here, which is surprising. And Linted and Boulder. Pog. Yeah, guys, welcome in. Hopefully you guys are doing great on this fine Wednesday and are ready. Oh, hello, Ghoul. Hopefully, yes, that is a highlighted message. Hopefully we will make some good progress on our Gamba machine. But before we get started, let's see, what are we gonna be doing? So primarily today, we are going to be probably integrating either the pushing function or the chat integration portion to actual channel rewards, because it's going to be slightly difficult to do. Oh, my camera's out of shot. One moment. Oh, hey, Cogs. Welcome in, Cogs. But yeah, let's see, what else is going on? Oh, dude, I found out something super cool. Okay, something kind of in my opinion, super cool. My boss has a TED Talk, or has done a TED Talk, which I think is pretty cool, pretty gangster. Cannot hear, but hello. Good luck on the build tonight. Yeah. Okay, so just to go back, we should have a functional little H bridge here, or B bridge, or whatever we are calling it. Essentially, it should just cause this guy to go in and out. What was the TED Talk about? No, I'm not gonna dox myself like that, just on the off chance that you guys trace through tracing. But yeah, oh, thank you so much for subscribing. Alex, very much appreciated. My coworker and I accidentally no-showed this morning. Yikers. Well, hopefully you guys didn't get in too much trouble. Okay, so again, we do have the actual piston portion working. What we need to do now is we need to get the coin part working. So the past few hours, not the past few hours, but in the past whiles, basically since I ended stream, I had been printing coins, or discs. So I may have a few hundred? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we do a little bit of grinding off stream. It barely fits, but that's okay. I skipped an all hands. Oh, that's okay. Skipping all hands is a part of life. Need more coins? I hope we don't need more coins. I'm really hoping we don't need more coins. But we shall see. We shall see. Let's see. We ended up in the company-wide weekly safety meter that was held later. Uh-oh. Okay. But yeah, so two things that I'm thinking of. Oh, thank you so much, CJ the Vessel, for following. It's very much appreciated. I like your name. The vessel. Like a blood vessel, not a vassal. Interesting. So we have to essentially figure out how we are going to... Oh. Thank you so much, Maple, for the bits. That's very much appreciated. Wait, there are two Maples. Was it a genuine concern, or did he just want your best, your work? Huh. And trust me, you didn't miss out. It just smelled very sweet in my room, or in my lab, because I was just printing all day, all day, every day, essentially. Nice to meet you. My name is based on Deltarune. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so we have two options, essentially. So, we need a way. Sweet PLA, I take it? Yes, it was PLA. What are we gonna do if both Maples chat at the same time, Ori? That's impossible. That would never happen. That's actually physically impossible. I think it was my concern. I woke up to like 8 missed calls. Ooh. That's rough. Ooh, coconut mall. Okay. So getting this guy to Vind coins is going to be ever so slightly difficult. Oh. Thank you, mobile, for the bits. Twitch only lets one Maple talk per stream. I wonder if I could make a bot to do that. I totally could, but, like, obviously that'd be a bit toxic. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Okay, not gonna lie, we are going to run into some integration issues. Oh, thank you, Sparks, for the bits. And, okay. So, for vending the actual coins, we are going to need... Oh. Thank you so much for the bits, Maple. That's appreciated, never necessary. Thank you so much, though. Anywho, we just need to figure this stuff out. Streamer needs more coins. Thank you, Ty, for sharing bits. It's very much appreciated. Yar. Never necessary. Always appreciated. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so my idea is either to use a stepper motor or another object for the actual vending process. I'm a little confused. Oh, thank you so much for the bits, Boulder. That's very much appreciated. Oh, thank you, Mobile Armor, for the bits as well. For the bits, that's also appreciated. And Sparks Maker, thank you for the bits, guys. You guys can stop. We're good. We don't need, again, like, no, we're good. Thank you so much, Stray Crow. Thank you, guys. Okay. Anywho, thank you so much, Boulder, for the 51 bits. Thank you, Maple, for the 50. And then thank you, Sparks, for the 100. What's the linear actuator for? So the linear actuator is actually for the coin actuation. It is for the coin, or for the coin pusher. So whenever you see like a coin pusher, what I'm envisioning is that we're gonna have like, essentially, for lack of a better word, a rectangle, not like a rectangle, but like a triangular plow, and then it's going to push the coins forward whenever this guy goes back and forth. And as it goes back and forth, what I'm thinking is that we should be able to vend coins downwards. And because someone suggested it... Oh, my posture is good, thank you. What someone suggested was that we actually must have a massive coin for that 200 kilograms of force. I don't think it's actually 200 kilograms. It's 1,000 newtons. Actually, that might be more than 200 kilograms of force. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and see. 100,000 newtons, perfect to unjam the coins. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I kind of want to incorporate some gambling. Not like gambaing into the actual coin vending process. So what I was thinking was making a counter-rotating flywheel on this guy, or just a rotating flywheel, I suppose, and it will just like turn on for a certain amount of time to vend a random amount of coins, or seemingly random amount of coins. And also, hello PTSD Cat, welcome in. And Absolute Zero. To face when can only gamba 0 points. Also, guys, okay, hear me out. I think it would be pretty funny I think it would be pretty very funny. If random, yes. I think it would be very funny if we, had like a 10% chance whenever you Gamba to get timed out or something. Like there has to be like a small chance that something bad happens, because I think that's what makes gambling more exciting. But yeah, so we should have at least 100 coins. Um, let's see, where do we want to start though? I'm doing good. I saw a tens and thought you were going to simulate electrocute. No. Oh yeah, no. I just had to fill it. I just had to fill a box with it. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get stuff wired. Let's go ahead and get stuff wired up and get it integrated into the system. Then we can talk about it later. Random thought, do you have other filament colors for high value coins? Yes, though the problem was that oh yeah, no, it would be a timeout. It definitely wouldn't be anything actually bad. Okay, I need male to male for this guy. Male to male cables. Okay. Okay, listen, I'm not the greatest of streamers, okay? I'm the first to admit that. I'm not good at streaming. You know, we're just here for the vibes. We are here for something. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this guy hooked up. Let me see if I can get... No, I mean, like, I should be timed out now. Would you like to be timed out? I'm kidding, of course. But I'm not gonna time someone out unless they're cring. Okay, so I want to match the colors. And also, there are no mods. There are just me. No, we have 0 mods. Speaking of which, that may become a problem sooner or later. I need to start thinking about that. Modless chat. Yeah, because if you guys... Oh, hey, Dr. Capybara. Long time no siege. But, yeah, so, you know, maybe I'll just do, like, the traditional VTuber thing and mod Wolf. You know, because surely, for legal purposes, that is a joke. I will not mod... Or, I mean, I can't guarantee that, but, like, I will not currently mod Wolf. I'd be a great mod. I'm power hungry and evil. I'd mod... Oh, okay, Sheeny. Maybe. Oh, yeah, so... The problem, though, is I feel like modding is not a fun thing to do when watching a stream. So I would prefer if everyone's allowed to have as much fun as possible. So because of that, I would prefer, like, if we go without mods for as long as possible. And to be perfectly honest, we've only had, like, a handful of bad actors in the entire time I've streamed. But yeah, modding is only viable as long as someone is engaging actively within the community. Yeah. Again, I think we're good. Also, hello Topocato. I saw you in Ham stream. They are working on paper construction stuff, right? Let's go ahead and get this guy. The twins stand strong. Yes, they do. Oh. That's the message for today. Interesting. Wait, what? Wait, please tell me Ham is streaming longer. They should be streaming longer. I thought they were gonna go for like a 6-hour stream or something. Anywho. Let's go ahead and get this guy. I feel like I'm missing some context. Oh, Ham on Rye? Or, hold on, I'll just... Ham on Rye. Ham on Rye is a VTuber who does generally like retro stuff and then a bit of handycam stuff. And they are kind of, I would say they're a part of Uwo's community. They're very a part of Uwo's community. I think they're a mod. They're either a mod or a VIP, I forget which. Anywho, I need to get our document open for our stepper. Okie dokie. It should be this guy. Okie dokie. Okay. So we just need to hook this guy up. Again, we want to make sure our colors are matching. So I made sure we are doing that ahead of time. And we should be good. Okay. So let's get this guy plugged in. Also, do you guys think that a stepper motor will work in this situation? Oh, hey, Tankplay. Good to see that you made it today. I want an ESP that's bigger than an EMA 17. I'd cherish it. Maybe we'll make one someday. Someday. Also, guys, I keep drinking orange juice every day. I think, Wolf, hear me out. I think it's time that we start the misinformation campaign that citric acid deals. Why wouldn't a stepper work? It should. I think we should start a disinformation campaign that citric acid cures burnout. And then, like, actually start to spread it. What do you mean, misinformation? Will you post who's your biggest fan in the Twitch wrap-up? What do you mean by that, Maple? Believer. What? Okay, just getting this in. It's misinformation, the lies. Okay, so if you truly believe something to be true, it is true. Don't take that out of context, but, like, due to the placebo effect, it is true. It is, in fact, true. Alright. So if you take a look at this image, in the dead center, you'll see our NEMA 17. What we are paying attention to is the colored wires. You will see that we have a green wire, a red wire, a blue wire, and a gray wire. That is a substitution for a black wire. And we just need to get that hooked up. So the green will be going into, if you look on the left side, it will be going into B8, or the 8th pin, or the 8th slot. And then red will be going into the 10th, blue will be going into the 9th, and into the 0, and gray will be going into the 7th. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy hooked up. Gonna make this guy a little smaller though. Hello, Oliver Shredded Wheat. That is a very interesting name. Also, your profile picture is super interesting. Sorry, the background of the graphs. Okay, let's get this guy in though. Okay, what's the difference between Dutch what? For creators, it says biggest fan. I've been on the top 2 of people so far. How would I even check that? Okie dokie. Just need to get this guy attached. Dutch licorice is American licorice. It's just okay. Oh wait, what are we building? So we are building a chat Gamba machine, or a chat coin pusher. So essentially, what should happen is whenever chat uses a certain redeem or talks in chat, I don't know, haven't figured out which one it's going to be yet. It will this will essentially be running a pusher that, like, pushes the coins forward, back and forth. Sorry, I'm going way too fast. If you've ever seen it, if you've ever seen a coin pusher, it essentially is just like a triangle that pushes back and forth, and you wait for the coin to fall over the edge. We will be taking that, and then we are also gambaing essentially how many coins will be vended. So we have, like, coins in here that we are going to vend out, and we just need a good system. So yeah. Whew, okay. From what I've seen, the top fans randomly orders in a way. Oh, okay. Yar. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this guy wired up. Oh yeah, but my day was interesting. I didn't have to go into the white lab with white floors. Hi, Ori. Hello, Kami Belladonna. Welcome in. I hope that you are having a very good day. Hope you're having a very pog day. Poggers. Belladonna. So, are you a fan of the flower? Or something else? They let you roam the halls today? I know, right? Thank you so much, Oliver Shredder Tweet, for the follow. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, I didn't get attacked by the floor today, guys. It was absolutely great. And for those of you who may be new, unfortunately the floor tends to attack me. And attack my screen, my monitors, my shoes. Basically everything. But that's okay. Just have to keep a positive attitude. But yes, I've drank orange juice like every day for the past several days. I missed the duct tape builds. Oh, don't worry. I'm toxic. Heh. Okay. Yes, that's interesting. Positive it sprays glue at hair. No, she has not contacted building maintenance yet. Listen, okay. I am the type of person who does not seek conflict, if at all possible. Like, I would sooner suffer than deal with a mild inconvenience. Or I would sooner suffer than deal with the, the pressure, I guess, of talking to someone. In real life. Real life kind of scary, man. That's a joke. I am a productive member of society most of the time. Alright. Oh, sorry. And we are just hooking up our control circuitry, again, as previously explained. So just give me a moment, guys. And we should be good in a little bit. Let me take a nice little drink of tea real quick. Nothing like a cup of tea. Dude, a British VTuber corrupted me. Okay, excellent. You remembered the tea today? Yeah, I had time today. Dude, I told my coworkers that, like, regardless, whenever... Oh, that's one too high. Hold on. That's incorrect. You're supposed to be here. Yeah, you're supposed to be in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now that's correct. I told my coworkers today that I'd be, like, throwing a smoke bomb and leaving immediately. At a certain time. And by golly, it worked. So I didn't stay, like, a single minute later. Actually, I stayed a single minute later, but only a single minute. So that's good. Let's see. I kind of want to lower the volume of this just a little. Okay. Did you also, Naruto, run out of the building you could walk out of normally? No. Listen, guys, I'm not that much of a... I'm not that strange, okay? Like, just because I can Naruto run does not mean I Naruto run in front of, like, other people, okay? The only time that I do that is when I'm in the lab. Oh, hey, SFC. Good to see that you are here quite earlier than usual. Alright. Then we are going to need tons of male to female wires. Dude, I feel like we've gone through so many so quickly. We are going to need 6. 6 plus... We're gonna need 8. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this guy hooked up. What's the point of being able to Naruto run if you don't do it constantly? Oh, thank you, Nahil Torin. Welcome in. Also, that's such a cool name, by the way. I meant to say something about that. It sounds awfully close to a NPC in EverQuest. I don't know why that came to mind, but it does come to mind. I finished my final paper today. I need to see if the judges will accept it, so I was able to leave early. Very nice. What was your paper for? And no, you just play with a pixel puppet and complain about the floor in front of strangers. What's a pixel puppet? Whose name? Your name, Nahil. Nahil Torin. Um, I forget the exact character. Your model? Oh, okay. If you say so. Also, guys, I meant to ask, am I say so? Am I enough of a say so to say I'm say so? Not like say so if you say so, but like actually say so? Yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. We need to maintain say so status. Extremely say so. Good, good, good. My paper was on the study of personal stories in military history and how preserve stories with a minimum amount of delusion for my PhD. Oh, nice. Wait, PhD? Pog. You check the one box. Funnily enough, my name is an old character name that I used since Old Muds. Oh, Old Muds. That is I never had the opportunity to do that type of stuff. It was a little past my time. It was quite a bit past my time, but I know of them. But yeah, so let me just get stuff hooked up. And also, that is extremely cool that your PhD is on that type of stuff. I think that's very neat. There's still muds around? Yes, there are still muds around. I dated myself there. I know, but I was a kid when I was playing my first. Dude, listen, okay? I don't know. Being 380 years old, you have the opportunity to see quite a lot. And, you know, I've gotten to see quite a lot. Let's get this guy hooked up. Okie dokie. Dude, hopefully this works. I'm gonna be very sad if it doesn't work. Yeah, it's only been 8 years of working towards this. Okay. SFC, this is kind of like a big call. Like, this is not like a big call, but like this is unlikely. But I still want to bring it up, and anyone else who may be around. If you happen to know who Historia Civilis is, do you know them? Not like know of them, or not know them, but like know of them. They have some very interesting videos or history type stuff that I very much like. And I don't know. Oh, no. The reason why that came to mind was because the reason why that came to mind was because essentially someone wrote like a detailed account of a dog in either Greece or Rome. And that dog is better documented than like 99.9% of people. And to me, that's funny. Historis Civilis? I believe if you type in like Strong Boy on YouTube, you should be able to get it from that. Yeah, dude, and the dog was just like, oh yeah, this dog is a rescue. This dog does XYZ. You should name your dog like this. And it's just like, my personal dog does this. And kind of goes a lot into it, but he's a little parasocial with the dog. Perhaps. That seems correct. Historia Civilis. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big fan of their videos. I would regularly just like listen to the entire series about the like Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. Well, actually, it's pretty much just the Roman Republic. Well, yes, in fact, I have heard of him. So anyways, when you said something about the paper, that did pop into my mind. Here is a model of good history. Alright. But yes. Has a great video. Oh, dude, yeah, so true, Boulder. So true. My dad had a second phone line. See, I never got to experience the AOL stuff. I've only ever had cable. I never, like, when people play like that, like, router thingy sound, which I guess kind of dates me, but like I have no idea about that. Um, let's. You mean dial up? Oh yeah, that thingy. Yeah, dial up. The beep beep sounds. Yeah, dial up. Let's go get this guy. Okie dokie. My dad switched over to cable since cable on Napster was amazing. That was my household too in the early to mid 90s. My mom was doing remote work. Oh. Are you liking your wiring? Because every time I arrive here, I get shocked. Listen, man, I try with the wiring, okay? I try. Like, I try to put forth an honest effort, okay? I try to put forth an honest effort. You know? I'm trying, okay? Fellow old. It's okay. Anyways, we're just getting everything plugged in. Give me a moment. Now that I'm thinking about it, we may have to separate our two interfaces. So something that I was playing around with the idea of is that well, it wouldn't surprise me if more than half of the chatters is above the age of 30. I don't think that'd be overly surprising to me either. That would not be surprising to me. Again, we're chill here. We only have slight brain rot. It's okay, I'm fine being an unk. Dude, it's okay. Okay. Quick aside. Oh, actually, I really want different colors. Give me a second. Yeah, those are different. Okay, so quick aside. Did anyone else feel like they were essentially able... Okay, so I feel like I've been the same, like, age and maturity my entire life. Like, I've never been more or less mature than I currently am. I came because I saw stuff, and now I feel old because I played games over direct call and had 5 different dial-up services. Oh, interesting. Also, hi. Hello. Hello, Poopsie Daisy. Oh, wait, that is not your name. But hello. I'll have to figure out a name. But yeah, welcome in. I hope you have a good time here. Again, the vibes that we try to go for here is that we are in a hackathon. We're just trying to get stuff done. We're vibing. We're talking. Things may or may not work, but that's not necessarily the point. But hopefully we just have a good time while doing it. At least that's the vibes I try to go for. We shall see. Somewhat relatable, but I also think that's mainly because my memory is utter garbage. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I feel slightly more mature. I feel like I was, like, omega mature until I was, like, 20. And now I'm, like, not even the slightest bit mature. Nothing like 5 Red Bulls and 3 a.m. night before the competition troubleshooting. Exactly. Dude, same? Oh, okay. Cool already. Good to hear that I'm not alone on this front. I constantly feel about 20 years older than I am, but I still have the maturity level of... Oh, okay. Okay, so it looks like we have a mix of stuff here. Let's see. What to do? I do feel like I am a bit more mature in some aspects than other people in my age around me. Yeah. Again, like, it definitely is based on certain things. I've been told I was an old soul since I was like 8, been called out but now in college I feel like a little kid. Exactly, dude! I feel old, but I still want a nap in a juice box. I think everyone wants a nap in a juice box. I feel like my Maturity is split into 2 personalities, government friendly and VTube watching. That's okay. I'm perfectly fine with perfectly fine with Twitch brain rot affecting my system so long as it doesn't completely take over my intelligence. Hey Sheeny, you still around? Sheeny, are you still around? I think you're the only one with memory of this. Do you remember the brain rot detector? Do you remember when we made a brain rot detector? Of course. Okay. So for those of you who may or may have not been around, we made a brain rot detector that would shock me whenever I said a brain rot word. So I couldn't say, like, basically any Twitch slang or any, like, certain words. And unfortunately, it was a little jank. The system was quite a little bit jank. And it would crash my system, not even Poggers now. Or if chat said it, yeah. And then I also hooked it up to chat for some reason, and then... yeah. That's rough. It's rough. I need one of those. I almost said Google Docky the other day. See, why would you do that? I mean, again, like, relatively speaking, I feel like I have one of the best behaved Twitch chats, period. So I'm not super worried about that type of stuff. Okay, so due to the amount of IO that we have available, so if we look over here, we are unfortunately using what appears to be 3 IOs at the moment. Oh, wait, no. We're using 4, sorry. So we are using 4 different IOs, and we essentially aren't going to have enough to drive our entire system on a singular. So what we could do is make a multiplexer. However, I think we are going to do the simpler solution, which is split it up into 2 separate processors. So my thought is thusly. We only do a little trolling here. Exactly. Yeah, dude, chat's so I feel like, honestly, dude, I feel like every streamer says that, but I feel like I have the best community. Best little community on Twitch. .tuvalu. Alright. Let's get this guy. Okie dokie. And then there's me. No, you're good, Cogs. Also, you've been doing a good job, you know. Good job. Maybe I'll make the brain rot thing as well. Are you going to use a proper I2C or a Twitch chat protocol? Do you think I'm going to implement I2C? Do you think I'm going to go through the trouble of implementing I2C when I can use the Twitch chat protocol? Good point, silly question. Exactly, you know. You know too well. Also, we won't need a communication protocol for this. Or shouldn't need a communication. Wait, what's the Twitch chat communication protocol? So if you put chat parsers... okay, because I am lazy. If you put chat parsers on both ends, so on both microcontrollers, and they're both connected to Wi-Fi, you use Twitch chat as the server, and you essentially send out commands into Twitch chat directly, and they're both listening and they're both receiving commands. So essentially you can say, hey, A, do this, or B, do this. And it's just an easy way to pass it back and forth. The latency on that is absolutely terrible, but we don't worry about latency. I was wondering what the heck was going on with your bot stuff. Yeah. I still love that you've decided to have Twitch be your message buffer. Yeah, until Twitch bans me. Okie dokie. This actually needs to be a male-to-male, but that's okay. Sorry, just taking a second. Always got to take a second. I'm gonna pretend I understand what that means. Don't worry about it, Chief. Trust me, if you saw how I actually code, you would be kind of surprised. Well, actually, I did share my code last night. Or not last night, the previous night. And it was... You guys saw that. Or at least some of you saw that. It was something out of 10. Let me take another drink of tea real quick. Also, I love when the tea is just hot enough that it's still hot but does not hurt your throat to drink. When it's like comfortingly warm, yes. Anyways. Better code than I, right? Maybe. Maybe. So you're saying we can also send... So yes and no. It depends on how I code the implementation PTSD cat. So in the interface that sends the chat messages, you can filter by user. So if I do have something that has to be communicated well, it will be user. It will only be tuned to myself as the user. What kind of tea, out of curiosity? Mint chai black? So it's black tea. It's Earl Grey. I'm not sure if Earl Grey is considered black tea. It is black tea, I'm pretty sure. Prompt injection doesn't work, yeah. Okay. Twitch is fine for the most part as long as I've spent many late nights. Yeah. Dude, I feel like we've done a little bit of tomfoolery. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so taking a look at this diagram, the thing that I want to point a note to, I think we are going to need a second board. Next gen fan detected, I say, as I sip my own Earl Grey. Exactly. Wait, next gen. Okay, so if you guys take a look on the stepper driver little footprint, you will see that pins 1, 3, and 5 are all connected to ground. I think if we connect to literally anything else, we're going to have to. Okay. Yeah, no. We are going to solder a board real quick. Thank you so much for the follow, Poopsie Doodle. That's very much appreciated. That will be the only time I ever say your name, because that name is... What do you want to go by? Whoopsie Doodle? Or... I love that name. Dude, I don't like saying names that are... I'm not a hussy, you know? I'm not that much of a hussy, I feel like. Let's get it. Thank you for giving me buttons to push. Exactly. Wait, buttons. Okay. I always struggle with the acronyms on the board. What do they mean? Okay, so if we take a quick look here. They are essentially whatever the writing is on the board, and they are... Hold on, I need to turn down the music slightly. It is ever so slightly loud for me. And then you guys need to go back up. Okay. Science stuff? No. So you have the... You can look it up, but essentially GND, VCC, one is ground, one is voltage. If you take a look, you have 12 volts, which is 12 volts, and ground. And then on the right side over here, you have your voltage on the top left, you have ground, you have I/O pins, so those are usually general purpose input-output pins. And then you have receive and transfer pins for line communication typically. And I think that's about all that's on the board. And then if you take a look over the stepper driver here, because I totally wasn't stalling. I would never stall in this economy. So we have the enabling pin, and then we have our directional and pulse pin. I did not remember what the enable pin was. So yeah, you can always look this stuff up or look up the spec sheet, and it will most certainly go into that information. And it's as simple as just Googling whatever the part is, typically. Anyways. Let us... Okay, so because we are going to need I'm gonna need mail pens for a few of these, so give me a second. I actually have to redo the wiring. But yeah. Also, I'm anticipating... Honestly, I'm not 100% sure how long this project's going to last. Yeah, hello. Hello, Runic. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see ya. Oh. Okay. I'm the physical embodiment of say-so. I don't think so. See, it will last the amount of time it takes. Yeah, I think this is a project that we are probably going to grind to completion regardless of how long it takes. Hope everything is going well. It is. It's going pretty alright. Again, nothing's caught on fire. We haven't perished in an explosion, so, you know, it's not bad. Should I directly solder this guy? I'm trying to think if I want to directly solder or if I want to use a breadboard. I think we'll stick with a breadboard to start and then move it to a solder. I have a feeling your biggest challenge on this one will be mechanical. Oh, it most certainly will. I can already tell you it's going to be mechanical. Because getting the rewards trigger working is tricky, but it's not difficult. Meanwhile, you guys have seen my mechanical implementations. Those poor hippos never stood a chance. Okay. But yeah, let's see. What else has been on my mind lately? Again, I've relapsed into playing World of Warcraft, which is so great for me. As one does. Yeah, I'm excited to see the pusher thing. It should work. I like how I'm like, oh yeah, it should work. Surely it will work. You gotta have some faith, right? Gotta have some faith in your implementation. Hot gluing the oven knob, that was the best I've seen. Listen, that actually worked, though. Until the glue melted. Okay, you know, it was a good solution. Oh, and what I'm working on right here is just a stepper motor driver, for those of you who may not be familiar with it. It's essentially responsible for giving commands to the stepper motor over here to go back and forth. I'm an FF14 player, so I can't judge someone for playing an MMO. Oh, I played a bit of FF14, though it wasn't really my cup of tea. And that's okay. Not everything can be. Well, if you don't, you have plenty of MEs you can ask for advice. That's true. That's so true. Maybe I'll just consult you. How much is your consulting rate? Is that an actual linear actuator I see on your table? Yes. I believe so. You know, I think of it as a piston because I'm Minecraft-brained, but yes. Oh my gosh, why aren't you? Hold on. Struggling to get this guy secure. Free, no guarantees of any quality. Consulting rate is charged in time. Yeah, that's why I asked for the rate. Because I assumed, that it would be an hourly rate. I was interested in their hourly. Though, if I recall, engineers are pretty expensive. Like, their hourly is super expensive. Normally, I'd say 100 hours, but I'll give it to friends and family for free. I see. Are you just happy to get it to work? What? Or are you just happy to get to work? What? Is it a linear actuator I see, or are you just happy to get to work? I am so confused. Oh my gosh. This guy's not going in. Dangerous words to family tech support. Yeah, that is dangerous words, but that's okay. Come on. Slot in. Bad joke, don't mind me. Oh, okay. Wait, do engineers not get paid over there? Dude, engineers do not get paid well anywhere else but the States, pretty much. It's kind of insane how much engineers get paid in the United States. That is absolutely insane to me, Boulder. Like, why would you go through all the trouble of engineering just to... I mean, if you love it, I guess that makes some sense, but, like... Yeah. Yeah, you would think so. But then again, how much do doctors make? How much do doctors make there, Boulder? $40K is not worth 3. Calc 3? A lot more. Oh, okay. It's usually a respected career in most places. Yeah, I would say engineering's a very respected career. Everyone should go into engineering. Is cope that I tell myself. And again... Dude, if I had to go back through school for engineering, I think I'd do computer engineering. In hindsight. But I never really got the opportunity to do that. Become a finance bro for money, manage engineers. That's true, but like, if you want to make money, there are many things you can do to sell your soul. There are many ways to sell a soul. You know? I need to get on the ball and start an EE degree. Yeah, the EE degrees are extremely math heavy though. Like, you have to love math. Absolutely have to love math. Okay, so I'm gonna need a male to female layer. Let's get this guy wired up. Oh, wrong way. You know, we're something of a gangster. Tried programming uni and that was good enough for me. Oh, dude, programming's not bad. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm a bit quiet. I will adjust my mic as much as possible. I'm just not... What's the word? I had kind of a long day, so I'm a little much exhausted. But I will try to speak up. Calculus, multivariable calculus, diff EQ. Oh, welcome back, Ika Tono. Little time no siege. We need to cut this guy and get it in place. Isn't computer engineer like mostly focused on hardware? Yes. So it's like a dead cross between, pretty much. But the thing is, I would also want firmware knowledge, because I think that is going to be a skill that people are lacking, like, super hard in the next few years. And I really want to pick that up. Did you ever consider becoming a marine biologist? I gave it a thought, but it was unfortunately very, 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 very not a stable career. Yeah, firmware and embedded stuff is always needed. Exactly, listen. If you aren't willing to read, like, raw hex code, like a certain tank blade does, like, as your life, you know, maybe you shouldn't become a embedded. Oh my gosh, this wire stripper is not great. My old one was quite a bit better. Maybe it's 20. It's not 20 though, I know that for a fact. Okay. Yeah, anything science related is unfortunately very hit or miss when it comes to career prospects. Well, yeah, because it's ultimately gonna come back to, like, what value... And that's a little, like, mean to say, but it's always, like, what value it, like, actively provides to a business, right? Because they're the ones paying you. And unfortunately, studying dolphins is not profitable. Though that would be super cool if it was. It's always hard to find good strippers. Yeah, I got these at Micro Center. I was really hoping that they would be good enough, but they really aren't. And which is kind of disappointing because they're Klein too. They should be good. They definitely should be good. Well, that's okay. Or you don't. I'm probably the lowest level programmer in my team right now, and my coworkers are sometimes bewildering at me doing twiddling. Huh. Really? Even the Micro Center had bad ones? Yeah. Again, maybe it's too big for my hands. It's very possible that it's just too big for my hands. Hold on, let me double check that I don't have my other ones. Give me a second, guys. Just checking. We are just passing. as one would say. Okay. I'll probably end up cleaning my workstation the next time I finish a project, so I will find it then, I guess. Okay. What you need is detachable hands to make your hands bigger? Yar. Okie dokie. Then we need a ground. Okay. Just going to strip this guy out. Also, sorry, it's a little hard to focus on stuff. I'm confused. Don't worry, I'm also permanently confused. I'm in a permanent state of confusion. Permanent state of confusion. Also with this one, unfortunately, like, it's very hard to get a grab on it. Confused like Pokemon? Yeah, exactly. I don't understand anything that happens in the stream at all, but it's a good place to vibe. Oh, nice. You could always invest in a Class 3 compliant automatic wire stripping machine. I mean, I could, I guess. That sounds expensive. Wait, actually, then you're just as dense as me and even more say-so than me. That's okay. Nothing wrong with being say-so. Maybe I'm actually the least say-so person here. Okay? Hear me out. You can do what I do when you find a tool you don't like and make your own. You're not? You guys don't... Do you really want to trade stories about anti-say-so? What's anti-say-so anyways? I guess that would be like etchy or whatever. You keep saying that. Are you hinting at something? Oh, you know, maybe I'm just waiting for one day to accident. Maybe one day I'm just going to reenact that one anime when you leave your stream on and then completely be different. You know, I'm just playing the long game. The Omega long game. I would never do such a thing. Anywho. The bait and switch. If I was throwing you under... That would be amazing. Yeah, the problem is I am actually dense. Apparently either you or I aren't. Okay. Power supply. It's gonna be ground. Me sliding into chat. Oh, hey, Maple. Do you have a favorite anime that's not say-so? I pretty much watch everything that's seasonal. One way or the other. I watch pretty much everything that's seasonal. For the past... decade-ish. I don't know if the other Maple is there, but they are likely not there. Suddenly my whole chat is red. What? The season is looking stacked. I actually... What's your favorite show this season? Oh, it's My Hero. By far, it's My Hero. Like, My Hero is goated. And it's finishing up. Next season, I actually don't know what next season will be. Sorry, I've been late for a while, but I could not pop up when people were talking about being unsay-so. Maple, am I say-so? I believe the answer is yes. The only cutting tool I use... Anyways. Oh, nice. My Hero's okay, but I'm glad it's wrapping up. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Just need to get this guy away. Give me a second. Okay. Let's get the rest of it wired. Okay. So if you take a look over here, we have our ground set up. Apologies, sneeze. We have our grounds and power set up. This is going to be driven by our... It's going to be driven by our benchtop power supply. Yar. Also, maybe the wires are starting to look just a tiny bit messy. Or if you're not say so, then I'm a fluffy purple-haired unicorn the size of the moon. What? Um, what? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, Ty. You can be a fluffy pink unicorn. Purple? Pink? It's okay, I can't read. Anyways, let's get this guy plugged in. Okay, so I think I'm going to not exactly follow the exact same pin out here. However, comma, if you take a look at the enable pin, the direction pin, and the pulse pin, we need to wire up those plus 5 volts to our microcontroller. So I'm going to just wire them up now. So give me a moment. And what we will be wiring them to is GPIO that can be used as an input-output. So if we hippity-hoppity over to this diagram, you'll see in the top right that we have some GPIO we can use. We are going to be utilizing in the top right GPIO 5, GPIO 4, and GPIO 14, which is down by my fin. Or wait, pin's that way. Yeah. So we are. Okay. Let's see. What's the plan? What be the plan? Oh! Thank you so much for the raid, Ham. Did you get... Thank you so much for the raid, Ham. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Ariana Aura. I am a human hybrid VTuber, and I am an inventing VTuber. I generally make random wacky devices. Currently, we are working on a chat Gamba coin pusher. So if you know like a coin pusher, hopefully we should be able to get that working sooner or later. Thank you so much for the raid, Ham. How was stream? You were putting together Papercraft, right? I can't shout you out. What? Oh. I will. It says I can't shout you out for 11 minutes and 29 seconds. What? Anyways, Yar. We saved America. That's what we did. Nice. Any toasted hardware? Listen, we haven't toasted any hardware. You already shouted them out. Oh. I see. Always. But yeah, hopefully you had a good stream. We ended up just making the... Why? Why, though? But why? You did so earlier. I believe there's one. Oh, okay. Well, I will shout them out after as well. But yes, thank you so much for the raid. It's very much appreciated. Please feel free to follow if you guys would like to see, like... I'm an inventing VTuber, that's what I do. If that interests you, sure. Otherwise... that's okay, too. All my other plans went out the window, so why not? Okay, so I was in your stream briefly. I lurk, right? And they were talking about how it was going to be a 6-hour stream. And you're like some period of time into it. And thank you so much for the follow. Kale was taken. That was very much appreciated. And they were talking about it was going to be a 6-hour stream. And I was like, oh, yes, finally. I'm going to be able to raid Ham. It was not a 6-hour stream. Also, we should totally collab sometime. You know, if you're ever interested. I'm sorry. No. Yar. But hopefully you've been doing well. Ham lied, people died. Oh, okay. We were talking about say-so stuff. Oh, thank you so much for following Reki Nom. It is very much appreciated. I hope you have a good time here. And again, the vibe that we tend to go for here is we are last-minute hackathoning stuff together and getting stuff working. Right now, we are setting up our stepper motor. And also, thank you so much for following Jake and Bake 356. So, out of curiosity, why 356? I'm looking into later hours for streaming for sure. I've been doing pretty well. Hope you are too. Dude, okay. So, like, for some stuff, I have been super good, and other stuff soul crushing. But like overall, my life is very poggers. I do have to say, it's like 365, but with the numbers swapped. Oh, okay, I see. All right, need to get this guy wired. And again, we are going to be following the wire of what we just showed off. So we will be using the GPIO. Oh, thank you so much, Rackham, for the follow. It's very much appreciated. I hope you have a very good time here. Oh, okay. So we are going to be connected to our GPIO, general purpose input output pins. We are going to be connected to D1, D2, and D5 down here. Oh, ESP32. Actually. So this is a chip that's very similar to an ESP32. Also, I'm kind of concerned. Okay, we may need to... That's, unfortunately, it appears as if this chip may be damaged if its lid is this bad. It should be okay, we'll see. If we run into problems, we'll replace it. It's okay. We always have containers of them to pop open, you know, just in case. I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, relatively speaking, it probably is. It might not be dead. It's character. Exactly, dude. Listen, the dent I have on my head is superior. Popping containers at the engineering club. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what's under this lid anyways. I've kind of wanted to pop it off, so maybe... You guys want to do a quick side tangent? Would you guys mind doing a quick side tangent to see what this guy looks like underneath? If you guys would like to. Sure. We'll get consensus. ESP8266 are great for simple tasks and they're cheap. Delidding. Yeesh. Okay, give me a second. I have no idea how to delid something. However, comma. Maybe not. I could desolder it. Oh wait, what's the actual way of delidding it? Hold on. Let me see. It might have to be soldered or epoxied. It's soldered on. Is it? Okay, so if you guys take a look, I think the pipe cutters are good for this. Unfortunately, I don't have pipe cutters that are this small. Okay, so there's little gaps in between. Maybe we can utilize those to like get underneath it and pop it off. So I'm gonna try that real quick. If that doesn't work, you know, we can always unside tangent. Heat gun plus pry lever. Oh, hey, Tomatolicious. Welcome in, Tomatolicious. Hopefully you've been doing well. Hopefully you still recovered well from your surgery months ago. And, yeah. You've been enjoying editing, right? I think you edit. There's a delidding tool that clamps with a sheer amount of force, yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh, it hurts me to see that. I mean, fair. There we go. Why are all the editors in Slab Stream undergoing surgery? I don't know. The Slab ordered it. Also, don't be scared, guys. I'm a professional engineer. You gotta keep in mind, I'm an engineer. Thank you so much for following, Zadine. It's really appreciated. Okay, so if you take a look under the packaging, cut it off without too much trouble. Whoop. Should see the little host chip, which should be the top guy. Let me just double check. Hold on. It'll be easy if we just zoom in. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. We need like an electron microscope. Come on, zoom in. Okay, that's as far as we zoom. But this guy here should be our ESP. And that should probably be power distribution if I had to guess. But yeah, I was kind of curious. But yeah, if you take a look at the lid. So if you take a look at the lid, it's not damaged, right? So we're probably fine. Now, of course, we're compromised, but that's okay. Realistically, we can short it very easily. No? So we are. Let's give this a try. Whoop. And also, Zidane, you have a neat name. I have a question for you. Why is your profile picture just ground beef? But I don't know. Anyways, should we use this one? I'll use this one as much as possible. I just assumed the lid was to prevent EMI. It may be. It really depends. Oh yeah, Tomatolicious, you're also very good at hardware stuff. You do tons of side projects, right? Or regulations from FCC. Oh, hold on. Maybe we have to trash this unit. Let me double check. Let me double check. We won't want to do something bad and like plug in an unshielded device. ESP8266, can you remove the lid? Legally. Yes, we're good. We're good. Surely that thing can't produce much radiation. That's okay. Man, FCC would just state the device is required to accept interference from outside sources. Okay. Anyways. Get back up. I do a bunch of hardware. Yes, that's why I ended up in all the makers' chats. Yeah, you do. I got a 10 megahertz watt transceiver sitting next to me. A microchip's probably fine. Yeah, realistically, it definitely is fine. Like, it can't put out enough power unless... I'm sure it would fry it if I tried to put enough power through its antenna. Throw it through the phase lock loop to generate the signal. But, we don't have to worry about that. Maybe we can make our own radio receiver sometime. Maybe. I accidentally made one of those when I was a kid. Which is kind of weird to think that you can just accidentally make a radio receiver, but, you know, crazier things have happened. Crystal radio? So it was just able to... I didn't do it intentionally, but I essentially, like... Dude, I don't even know how it worked. Essentially, I had, like, a headset that was dying. And, I was still trying to get it to work. And it was one of those ones that have, like, a microphone jack in it. So you just, like, plug it in, right? And I kept, like, plugging it in. And then, whenever I would move it around, instead of, like, playing whatever audio was supposed to, it would play random radio stuff. So you are. And also, radio off if touch grass detected. Listen, guys, we already did that, silly. We've already done the touching grass. We've touched grass. I made lots of accidentals while fixing guitars. Really easy to turn to radios. That's super cool. Listen, for a layman, that's super cool. Like, I have no idea on musical equipment in general, but that does sound very, very cool. Okay. Now we make the grass touching machine. Wait, Topo Cato, you were here for it, right? I don't think I should have eaten that empanada filling. Oh, rough. That's okay. Surely nothing bad will happen. Okay. Let's go. need to get the motor working. I don't think I was here for that, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, we built a 360-degree radar, sonar, that detected whenever you tried to get close to touch the grass and it would run away with the grass. Because that's a good idea. Anyways, wiring, that's fine. You're powered. You're gonna need power. Okay. Now we need a device that forces you to touch grass. Dude, I could make that in like 2 hours. Give me 2 hours and a pack of gummy worms, and I could make anything pretty much. At least that's what I tell my boss. Reverse it and make it chase you. Maybe. This needs to be longer. Apologies, just making some wires. Again, as you regularly go through like the iteration process, I tend not to pre-plan that much. So a lot of things are like we find out and... Oh, wait. Thank you so much for the raid, Avocado. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Oriana Ora. I am a hybrid human VTuber. I make random technology stuff. Right now we are currently working on a chat-controlled Gamba device. Thank you so much for the raid. It is Omega appreciated. How was your stream? I'm not sure what you guys did, but Ava Chato. But yeah, yar. But yes, so we generally make random tech stuff here. And yeah, we're currently working on a chat Gamba machine. So the way that thing should work is that if we feed this guy power, the piston should go back and forth. And then if we take a look over here, we also have a second stepper motor that's going to be responsible. You love Gamba? Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you're playing Toho. Power washing sim and Toho Mystic. Oh, okay. But yes, thank you so much for the raid. It was very much appreciated. I don't know what to say in this situation. But thank you so much. Cause like Maple, oh my gosh, ham raided me. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you guys the coins as well. So we have like entire printed thing of coins for later, and it should work out relatively speaking well. We may not finish today, but we should make good progress on it. Oh, God, totem. Yar. Oh, thank you so much for gifting a sub, Cogs, right? Let me see if I'm able to show what this looks like when it's actually running, or at least the parts that we have. You have a nuclear football of coins. Dude, now I really want to make a nuclear football, a nuclear football of coins. I think that would be a good idea. Like, you know, like the barrel of monkeys thing? Oh, thank you so much for the follow, I'm Dragon and Avocado. Thank you, guys. Well, I was just thinking we make a device that just, like, pops open and, has the capability... Okay, let's see if we can turn this guy on. Oh, wrong device. Or do we not want to go mechatronics? Yeah! Wait, is this considered mechatronics? Well, hello, Shako. Anyway, so you should see this guy go back and forth. We are using some power relays. Would a coin nuclear football just be the one? No, so like essentially if you opened it, it would just like spray coins everywhere. That would be the thought. So this piston goes inside and outside. We are using power relays right here. So we have a power relay to control it to go in, and then we have a power relay to control it to go out. So the way that this works is we just send a command signal via our microcontroller to tell it, hey, extend out, and that you do the same on the other end. So yeah. So that's where we're at with that, and then this is like the support circuitry that we did. And yar. Yeah. So what type of stuff do you usually stream, Avocado? avocado? What type of stuff do you normally stream, if you don't mind me asking? And let's go ahead and continue while we're doing this. Okay, I'm just stripping out some wires right now to set up our avo's good. Oh, okay. I imagine you like avocados. That name seems familiar, I just don't know why. Why is the name familiar? Why is the name familiar? The name is... Hold on, I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, you recently debuted, right? Oh, okay, yeah, you recently debuted. Okay. Sorry, I'm pretty slow sometimes. Yes, I did. How did that go? I imagine that was beyond nerve-wracking. Sensu? Yar. Okie dokie. Let's go and get this guy screwed in. It was fun, but it was a lot of yeah, I imagine the nervous energy from that would be absolutely overwhelming. Still get very nervous when I click the start streaming button. Okay, hear me out. I'm sure you've received many advice on it, but I have essentially like a song. I have like a hype song that I use to get, you know, in like the mood of streaming, I guess, kind of. And I would suggest doing the similar, because I play a very bad Nico Arc song that just like, I am in streaming mode. And that seems to help. Also, don't over-prepare early. I feel like that eats me alive. But Yar, what is the hype song? Can we hear it, please? Oh, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Okotan. That is very much appreciated as well, Cox. Hello, Okotan. Getting into streamer mood. Also, I love your model. Oh, thank you. I should show off my model a little. So, our model here does have a few special features, or a few features, I suppose. So we do have some nice water wings that are translucent, so you guys can see the background behind it, which I think is cool. Let's see. We have little cogs on our thigh highs. We have a lab coat that I can take off, but I'm not a hussy, so I will not take off the lab coat. We do have like we can take off the glasses, we can think, again, we can toggle wings, we can toggle a lot of stuff on this. Though I tend to mostly stick here, and then if you look close, we have a nice little fish headband and a cool little set of eyes with a gear in one of them. So it's actually a gear in one of my eyes, but it's rarely shown in the design. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the puddles do drip on the floor. So if you guys see, the wings do unfortunately drip just a tiny bit of water. But yeah, that's so... Yeah, the artist who did it was super good. It was the best miscommunication ever. Are you not going to tell the watering story? Oh, yeah. Okay, so... yeah, so with the whole water wings thing, do you happen to know, really for anyone, do you guys know what the... Do you guys know, like, water wings that you wear around, like, your arms because you can't swim? So that was the original intent. That was the original intent when I said water wings. And there was, like, either a mistranslation or a misunderstanding. Floaties? Yeah. Oh, I call those floaties? Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, thank you so much for following, Okotan. I hope you have a good time here. That's more comical, but this probably works better. Yar! Dude, also, you know, it's just... I really like the way it ended up working. Oh, do people know Okototan? Next thing you're gonna tell me they're also a streamer or something. That'd be crazy. Anywho. I'm still relatively new to the... Of course. Of course. Well, thank you for talking at the stream. It's appreciated. Yeah, that'd be crazy, right? Toku streams go crazy. Yar. Let's see. So what else do I... Oh, thank you so much for following Bellows Gems. I occasionally stream. Oh, okay. Very cool. What type of stuff do you stream? I pretty much only stream technology. Let's get this guy working. Oh, hello, Wolf. A lot of familiar faces, usernames. I stream everything. Oh, nice. Dude, someday I'll have the courage to do that. We have... There are actually a fair number. I can't wait to see this coin pusher in action. It might take a little. I believe in you. That's good. Someone has to. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for following Blaze of Havoc. I hope you have a good time here. That's a cool name. That's a very cool name. It's Awful Bedmaker? What? At least 6? Okay. Let's see. We need to reprogram our second microcontroller. So again, we have 2 separate microcontrollers. The way that they're going to communicate, if necessary, is that they are going to actually use Twitch chat as the communication protocol. So they are both going to connect to our Wi-Fi and put out messages into the Twitch chat, and they are going to cross-communicate using that method if necessary. I'm not 100% sure if it will be necessary, but it should be easy enough to set up. So let's just do that. We actually don't need cross-communication right now. We need the drivers. Okay. Let's take a minute, get the drivers set up. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I have the code sitting around. If not, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle bus, but that's gonna be okay. We will get it done one way or the other. Again, thank you so much for the raid. It's really appreciated. It was... Man, 2 raids in one day. That's insane. Sorry. Can't tell, but I'm, like, jumping up and down in my chair. Or, like, kind of bouncing, I guess? Anywho. We are looking for... ESP... Okie dokie. Let me just see if we have some stepper code. Hold on. Do you know if they ever got off the Planet of the Apes in the movie Planet of the Apes? I don't know too much about that movie beyond the fact that they, like, lobotomized humans, I think? Unfortunately. But yar. Okay. Let us go ahead and make a new application. Just going to take my boiler plate. You're never safe from soup? Wait, what do you mean by you're never safe from soup? Oh, thank you so much for following, Shinzu. It's very much appreciated. I hope you have a good time here. Your name sounds like the dog. Or I guess it's Sue. Yar. Let us get this guy. Ava and Coca have a soup command that will let you at any time. Low chance of not getting timed out. Oh! That's okay. I can't read, Alex, so it's perfectly alright. Shinzu, the famous author. Maybe I'll make a soup command. Dude, I was tempted to make an actual band hammer, by the way, but, that's in future plans. Let's go ahead and reprogram. import over some code. Give me a second, guys. I will share screen in just a minute. Please give minutes. I'm essentially stripping out some code. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Okie dokie. Alright, so our chat code should pop up any second now, if we're able to connect to Twitch chat, I hope. Perhaps. Give it a moment. Alright. We need to share our application. Sorry, path to Empress. What? Okay. Bup, bup, bup. Okay, so we are on the wrong COM port at the moment, so give me just a second to fix that issue. COM just means... Wait. COM means common port, which I always thought meant communication port until literally, like, 2 days ago. Which is kind of sad, because I've been exposed to that for a while. It's a game where you eat a lot of poison soup. Also, Ty, did you have something to do with a certain something, by the way? Did you have something to do with a certain something by chance? I love soup. Dude, soup is pretty good. Really innocent. Does that mean you actually are? It's hard for me to detect sarcasm. Okay, so anyways, the code should go ahead and send the Twitch message. We just want to make sure that it's able to communicate, because this code is going to be responsible for driving our stepper motor, which is going to be responsible Twitch communication protocol. Exactly. Wait, what if the device actually doesn't work? I have a bad feeling. Your Honor, Ty is guilty. I think it's actually not working, guys. No way. I'm no waying. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me grab a... Oh, sorry. I fell off the edge of a cliff for a second. Let me grab a spare microcontroller. Give me a moment. As long as it's not releasing magic smoke. Yeah. Give me a sec. Don't need the rest. We just need to get you plugged in and then reprogram it. Maybe it is broken. It's very possible it's broken. Again, if the chip was damaged, that would make sense. Even if it doesn't work, it's always content. Yeah. I suppose. But things will work. It depends on the context, in case it's common in the USB case COM ports, or they didn't cause the short. That's very possible. It could have caused the short. Okay. Code could also be wrong. I don't think the code's wrong, though. The code's pretty straightforward. Give me a moment. I'm adjusting it to the bare minimum. Okay. Sorry, I'm also playing with the Wi-Fi information, and as much as it would be fun, if it's Ori's last stream, then it's content. Also, we'll all learn what not to do. Listen, again, I do pretend and say safety is third, but safety is obviously the first priority. I do have a fire extinguisher nearby in case anything goes wrong. I make sure that I don't deal in any equipment that I feel unsafe around. Generally, just try to make everything safe, right? Okay. We are going to hopefully have this working. Please work. Hello? Okay. So bot's working. Let me double check that it's not the board issue. Get this guy cross-communicating. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's more subtle. Once I created an EMP pulse that killed the USB hub, leaving us without audio. Yeah, listen, okay. It's still running the Emotion software. It's running a version of the Emotion software. Oh, dude. I'm so proud of that project, guys. We grasped victory from the jaws of defeat when it came to that. I think this is going to be fine. I did find an issue with the code. I was essentially stuck waiting for a communication with our or with another device. So it should connect any second now. Okay, it might actually be broken. Is it actually broken? Okay, so turns out popping off the lid does in fact damage it beyond repair. It was that or, you know, me, like, getting the tweezers, but... Okie dokie. F. That's okay. Piece of the technology dies occasionally. Oh, wait. Second question. This may be incorrect. Give me another second. Give me a second to debug it, guys. One more second. Okay, so I think one of the pins may have been incorrectly. Oh, hey, Kelp. Welcome back. Unmanaged chaos can be part of the fun, part of the doing tinkering. Nice. All right, so we did get it working. So what the issue was, actually, was we had a GPIO pin that, hello, Seabisky, welcome in. We had a GPIO pin that was unfortunately misbehaving due to... Let me see if I'm able to show you guys. So essentially, there is a small chance... Not a small chance. Depending on the device, certain GPIO pins have to be set high or low on boot in order to work. And if we check here, what we had was boot... We had something connected to our D3 pin. So if you take a look over here, we had something connected to our D3 pin, which is this pin over here. So it was this guy was connected to D3, which is the one next to the orange one. And if that guy is connected, boot fails if pulled low. So it was being pulled low and essentially causing the boot to fail repeatedly. So yeah, there is no problem with the microcontroller, luckily. Let us move onwards. Onwards and upwards. Hopefully. Okay. Just need to get this guy conditioned in. Also, I have some bent pins, so I'm just going to bend them back into place real quick. Okay. It lives another day. Yeah! Usually our microcontrollers have a pretty good lifetime on this. The parts that don't are... The parts that don't are pretty, unfortunately, pretty doomered. Our touch sensors don't live forever, and then often our power relays often die as well. Okay, here we go. Let us get it. That's right, although sometimes you might get water pancakes. Waiting times for catching the wrong fish or hippo... Listen, you massacre a family of hippos one time. Right. Let's go ahead and get the actual code implementation of our stepper. Okay. I am going to get this guy on the table. We are going to open our application. And we are going to code it up in a jiffy. We are copy pasting because I'm a lazy son of a gun. So I am using a previously used guy. Jiffy? Yeah, I love Jiffy. Like Jiffy the peanut butter? Well, I can't have peanut butter, but, you know. I have good memories of peanut butter. Oh my gosh, that's such a cool emote, Sensu. Let's get it. Let us go ahead and double check our pinouts. So again, we should be connecting to pin 5, 4, and 14. So, we have our enable pin on 5, we have our directional pin on pin 4, and we have our last pin on pin 14, which is our step pin. Yeah, so we have step pin, we have dir pin, we have the enable pin, and I think that's all we'll need. What else are we gonna need? We don't need the serial line communication for now. I think that's not necessary. So what I'm going to do is just set our pin modes, and we should be good, I think. Okay, is this program connected to chat/redeem? It will be. It's currently only connected to chat. Coin pusher. Coin pusher is my... Okay. Let's get it. Okay. So we need to go ahead and set our pin modes for these guys. So pin mode. Step pin. Set it as an output. Thank you for always showing the circuit diagrams. I try. I do try occasionally. Except when I don't. But we don't talk about that. Okay, we got our output set, and then what else? Oh my gosh, I can't spell. I would love a permanent coin pusher so we can push coins every stream. The problem with permanent electronics is that they have a lot of maintenance associated with them. I'm sad I'll never get to see the card redeem while it was a thing. I mean, that's okay. Today's card redeem... Okay, so here was the idea with the card redeem, by the way. And I kind of have like a new sinister idea with it. Okay, there's this show that I think is like half a fever dream and half real to me, which was like Zoo Bem Fu or something. Essentially, I distinctly remember a show about a lemur being fed snacks from a vending machine. And I really, really wanted to emulate that. Zabumafo? Yeah, that. Yeah, that show. So, yeah, I really, 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 you know, I wanted to give you guys the options of either vending me a crayon or a, or chocolate. This looks like a proper nightmare fuel puppet. What? Oh yeah, dude, that thing was a bit nightmare fuel, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and make sure our enable pin's set to low. Digital right? That sounds funny. Listen. Okay. I haven't had to do it yet because you guys have been nice. But I got a different brand of crayon. So I do have a different brand of crayon to test. And I'm kind of curious. Like, I'm not going to, but I am very curious if they actually do taste different. I don't think they will, but you know. For science, one can never eat too much crayons. Lunatic? Dude, I literally ate 24 of them and tasted them. Like, you eat crowns for snacks? Okay, so there was like a side thing. There was just like a little side thing where there was a mystery experiment, and I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see if crayons did taste different. And we did data analysis. We got our spreadsheets. We did the standard deviations. We made sure we had them all averaged out. We took notes over each individual crayon that it tasted, and they don't taste different. They do taste different based on their texture, but like, you can't tell them apart, and you can't tell them apart, and you can't really taste a difference, unfortunately. I was very sad because I got things from like 2 different packs. And then someone was like, what if you try different brands? And here we are. Anyhow. Give me a sec. Alrighty. You wouldn't be able to identify the color by biting them? No, Ikato. Okay. No, I wasn't able to, and that made me so sad. I think I got one correct out of 3. That's a bummer. What texture did you like the most? Brown. The brown crown tasted the okayest, which I was kind of expecting to taste terrible, but it low-key tasted kind of okay. But don't go eating crayons. Cerulean was terrible. I know! Dude, I'm still so disappointed. I'm still so disappointed in that. Okay, anyways, we need to keep writing code, or else we're never going to get this done. Okie dokie. So we have our digital write, and what we are going to do here is set our enable pin. We are going to set it low so it is turned off to start with, and then we are going to hop down to the rest of the code. And once we connect to the Wi-Fi, so this code is responsible for connecting to our Wi-Fi and then sending a message to Twitch. What we are going to do is, in between that and the client loop, we are going to just go ahead and set up a loop. Give me a second. This. Okay. We just want to do one revolution for now, and then and then what we want to do is set our digital write step in digital write pin high. Oh, we need to make those all caps. Apologies, or that won't compile. Apologies, guys, for the bad linting as well. I'm not the greatest at doing linting on the fly. Okay, hold on. Let me take a quick look. It is the most auspicious day to be beset by multitude of grace, Cupid, arrow, light, storm, and any. So I see what. I'm doing okay. We're just building a coin pusher. We're trying to build a chat-controlled coin pusher. I was like, oh, a first-time message. I gotta check. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Okay. Okay. Got him. Dude, I hate that emote. I love that emote, but I also hate that emote. I hate when that emote is used on me. Okay, we do need to put a delay function in here. Hold on. Okay, so we have our step pin, we delay 500 and 100. And then digital write. We go ahead and set our step pin to low, all caps, and then delay for another 100, and then we should be good. Okay, so this should go back and forth, I think, or should go one direction. We'll figure out which one it is. Let's go ahead and see if it compiles first. Do we make compilable code on our first try? Can we write compilable code? No, we cannot, because I forgot a semicolon. If it makes you feel any better, yeah, no, sorry, I got nothing. You got me again. You got me. Anyways, the code works. Let's go ahead and push it to the board and see what happens. Alright, and we are going to need to turn this guy on to 12 volts. Oh, battery died. Give me a second. Give me just a second. We have a gentleman present. Clearly, we have a gentleman present. Asha, Senzu, what do you like to do for fun? With a name like that, I'm betting that you have some interesting hobbies. Okay, so coached work. What we need is a little piece of tape, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and get this set up. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, who would ever do that? Couldn't be me. Okay, so I feel like the battery has been dying progressively earlier over the last few streams. It really is just a matter of when I plug it in to start testing. It has approximately 2 hours. Anyways, I do need to put a small piece of tape on this so you guys are able to see. Wherever my tape is. There it is. And we just need to verify that the motor is working. Hopefully it does work. Dude, what happens if we did all of this and it doesn't work? Surely not. Surely not. We would never. We would never. It'll be fine, yeah. We've used this motor like twice. Thrice? Okay, let's see if it communicates with chat. We should have coin pusher smile. And this guy should turn on. Well, that does not fill me with utter confidence to begin with. We are plugged in, we are plugged in, we are plugged in. We are not plugged into the ground, so our reference ground is off. Okay. It does not live yet. Why is there so not duct tape? Blasphemy? Listen, we try, okay. You mean there's no hardware debugger? Listen, we try, okay. Okay, so we still do have some slight issues that we are going to have to figure out. How do you like the ESP environment, Vice, Arduino? I just bought an ESP32 kit to experiment with. So actually, Shy Guy, what I tend to use is an ESP8266. You can't tell because I pried off the lid, but if you take a look at the other one over here, we are using an ESP8266, which is an earlier version of it. In my opinion, this is way easier to use due to the I/O inputs outputs that are available. And ESP32 is generally good if you're doing multiple line communication or multiple analog to digital converter stuff. However, it's worse with every other thing in my opinion. But again, that's a hot take. Anyways, we need to see why this isn't working. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is we are probably miswiring something. So give me a second. I need to get into the ESP dev. I've got some project I had planned. Dude, you just gotta send it. Just gotta send it. Okay. Let me try a simple version of the code. So please give me a moment as I try a extremely simplified version of the code. Let's see, helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Our Durpin is on orange, which is 4. Durpin orange 4. Yeah, Durpin orange 4. R. Green is enable, so that's on 5, and then the other one is 14. It should be 14. Gosh darn it. Okie dokie. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and try this part. But yeah, Alibaba has a lot of kits. Yeah, you can also get them very cheap if you're willing to buy in bulk, which I would suggest. Because if you only get one, you kind of run the risk of accidentally kind of blowing it up or causing it to get into a weird state and not be able to be reconfigured. If that's the case, things get pretty awkward pretty quickly. So I would suggest buying 10 at a time, personally. The device attached to the system is not functioning. This does not fill me with confidence. This does not fill me with confidence. Guys, our device may be dead. We are on COM port 4. Okay. Let me swap this guy out for our backup. It's okay. That happens. Good thing we bought in bulk. Dude, exactly. As we were literally just talking about buying in bulk, I just swap in a brand new one. That's how you know buying in bulk's a good idea. I really just want to see this guy work. And again, this is going to be for the coin actuation system. Okay, looks like it's done uploading. Just need to transfer you to you, and then you over to our friend here, and then you over to my friend called Ground. Okay, and then I should just need to hold it in reset, and then turn on our power supply, then turn off our power supply, and then it should have worked. Okay. So something that I'm seeing that is problematic is we are not getting a power LED indicating that we are receiving power one way or the other. That is because I have shorted the device and I have a small brain. Okay. I'm going to do a quick quiz. Quick quiz, guys. Quick pop quiz, okay? Can you guys figure out what the oopsie is here? Submit your answers now. Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, I was a little slow, and whoopsie. Whoopsie. Which also may damage the... I really hope we didn't cause really bad short. Yeah, red and black, that is the issue. Good job. Is it food bar? Yes. Let's go get this guy unplugged, swap it out. Give me a second. No magic smoke? There shouldn't be. Reverse power protection. No, it was... There should be reverse power protection in these. They're not exactly cheap. The drivers for these aren't exactly cheap, so I imagine that no damage actually occurred, but we'll have to see. But that does explain the kind of killing of our system that we just saw, so... Right roinks. Okay. Let us get it. It's okay. We suffer from what's known as a skill issue in the biz. And we love suffering from skill issues. That's our third favorite hobby. Alright, let's go ahead and build. Alright. Let us get this guy in place and get everything working, please. Okay, so now we actually see that the driver appears on, so you can see that there's a little LED indicator. That's what gave it away to me to at least begin looking at it, at what the possible issue could be. So, yeah, give me a sec. At least you can level up your skills. Dude, so true, by the way. I feel like I've gotten to skill up so much in the past, past 8 months or 9 months or whatever I've been streaming. I've gotten to learn so much about, electronics, about making stuff. I feel like I'm a better communicator, which actually super helped at work today. And, you know, it's just been... This year has been really good for me in that regard. I feel like in regards to personal growth, it has never been better. Anyway. I just unfortunately popped off a screwdriver. But yeah, let's see what we got here. I'm happy to hear. As what? Yeah, yippee, exactly. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this guy a try. Please work. Okay, so as you see now, it is rotating with no issue. It should rotate one direction than the other direction, I would think. However, we did not program it correctly, but that's okay, that happens. So it is able to move. Now what we need to do is integrate it back in with our non-test code. So what I was using was a simplified version of the code that had no Twitch communication in it. So we would be able to eliminate that potential issue. So now what we do is we should be able to just run this code straight up. 5454. Okay. Remember, as long as you keep bashing your head into the wall will eventually break. It stresses me out that you point-to-point wired everything and not going through a breadboard. Yeah, so the problem is that using a breadboard in this situation would be slightly difficult um, due to reasons. Yeah, you just have to be more stubborn than the project. Exactly. Do listen, the wall will break before you do. That is the cope that I always tell myself. Right. So we are reprogramming the device across, so we should be able to connect to Twitch. What we are hoping to see here is that we type coin pusher smiley face into our Twitch chat, and then we also begin moving our stepper. So if that part worked correctly, give it a second. So coin pusher, and from the looks of it, we may... It appears as if we are still not getting much movement on this side. Let me power cycle it. I did not have the supply on, so it's possible that it caused an issue. Give it a moment. Interesting. This guy feels stuck. Okay, give me a second. I think I know what the issue is. So if you take a look here, we have 3,200 steps. We have 3,200 steps per revolution here. So what I am thinking, if it explodes, can we get 5 gifted? I'll give 5 gifted regardless. I will give 5 gifted at the end of stream regardless. Let's see. I think I need to reduce this delay down to like a single millisecond. That should fix the issue. So give it a second. Listen, you know, again, I do this entirely. This is entirely for the love of the game. Let's get this guy programmed, then get it working, and then we'll be in a good location to finish Friday. Everything's gonna go great. Streamer giving gifted. Wait, are you not supposed to? Are you not supposed to? I did not know that was the case. Oh, thank you so much for following Shy Guy. Alright, so if you take a look, we are now connected to Twitch chat, and now we are also moving our stepper. So if we go ahead... are you doing this project out of passion or gambling addiction? I just do random projects every so often. By every so often, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but... What we need is to get our second device up, and unfortunately my umbilical power is currently tied up, so what I'm going to do... Swap you over... Uh-oh. You have to be grounded. Okay, that means what we need to do is... Okay. So, we have our subsystems assembled. Let's go ahead and see if we can get both working. Gonna need... Oh, hopefully the actuator doesn't get too much in the way. And... Okie dokie. There we go. Are you powering those with batteries and not a power supply? For some of them, yes. The problem is I can't put them both on the supply unless I established a common voltage rail, which I could do. I just am hyper-accelerated lazy sometimes. So, let's go ahead and see. Okay, we're looking good. Alright, so hopefully this guy connects to Twitch chat. If it does, we are in a good situation, else we are in a bad situation. We should see this thing move any second now, though I'm hoping it does. Please. Please, 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 please. We got movement. Oh yeah, this should be working, no issue. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. It's very much appreciated, Sparks. Okay, so it looks like we are not getting power. Okay, yeah, this guy's not getting power. Let me double check that it's not a polarity issue. Okay, it's not a polarity issue. Alright, I need to replace the batteries on this. Give me 28 seconds. You okay, Sunzu? Is something the matter? Okie dokie. Okie dokie. We are looking good. I just need the battery subsystem. Dude, I need more batteries soon. Sun Tzu? Shinzu? Sorry, I have problems pronouncing stuff. This is getting more and more chaotic as stream goes. You are like rocking back and forth, you know? Just checking. Okay. Just waiting. Oh, okay. Alright. Then we just get this connected here. And ground. Okay. Now this should connect to Twitch chat, and then this guy should start spinning. That's what we're hoping for. Please? Please connect to Twitch chat. There you go. And then it's spinning. So now that we have both, this is going to be responsible as our pusher unit, and this is going to be responsible as our dispenser unit. So given that information, I think we are at a pretty good point to go ahead and stop stream at this point. We are at approximately time. Is there anyone you guys would like to raid today? I really appreciate you guys being around, and the people who joined in on the raiding and stayed around. Thank you so much. I will be streaming again on Friday. Hi, what are you doing? Oh, we are currently working on a chat Gamba pusher, or a chat coin pusher. So what we will be doing Friday is we will be attaching our RAM portion to it. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Shinzu. We will be attaching a little RAM portion on this guy, and we will also be finishing up our dispenser. So yeah, is there anyone you guys would like to raid? Anyone at all? Speak now or forever hold your pieces. Oh, thank you so much for following, Impo. Raid Giga? Karagi? We can raid Giga. Giga. Okay, we'll raid Giga. That's two. Whenever we get a... let's see. What do we want to do for the message? I guess what we will do is just... I do not know. We don't need a raid message. We don't need a raid message. We'll just raid over. I will be in the Discord briefly after. So I hope... Gamba raid. Sure, perfect. I hope to see you guys again else. Thank you so much for being here. It is very much appreciated. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening, afternoon, and night. And yeah, I'll see you on the flippity flip. So yeah, have a good night.